I thought I was going to the Stitch Festival for fabric, but it turned out to be about something completely different. So I've just got back from a few days in London and honestly, I'm still fizzing. My name's Sam and welcome to my channel Sew Let's Sparkle with Sam, and this is my vlog all about the Stitch Festival. So if you like sewing content, sewing friends, sewing community, then don't forget to give me a thumbs up, like and subscribe if you haven't already. And welcome. I've probably seen a few of you this weekend because I feel like I've seen a lot of people. So if I did, hello. So I was there from Thursday till Sunday and I spent 3 full days at the festival soaking it all in. And then on Saturday, Mr. Sparkles joined me, which was very lovely and very patient of him. And I just want to say to the people that were there when he was there, thank you so much for making him feel so comfortable and so loved and part of the family, you know, part of the sewing family. I really appreciated that, and he had a lovely time. And then on Sunday, we went to visit Ray Stitch, which is a gorgeous little fabric shop that's just outside of the Stitch Festival. So basically, if you go out of the Business Design Centre, turn yourself left, keep going, and then 5 minutes later, you turn up at this gorgeous little fabric shop. And they had a husband's sofa, so it was like it was destined. Now, I did, of course, come home with a little haul. Would it have been me if I didn't? So I'm just going to take a little bit of time to show you some of the things that I got before I tell you about my real swag. So let me start with a few kind of notions and kind of consumables, things that I needed and actually really did need. I'll just pop off to the side here and grab those. So I had a list. I would say if you're going to the Stitch Festival, definitely make a list. It does help. It doesn't mean you have to stick to the list, just make a list. And it can be a little bit much in there. It's not like any normal shopping experience. You know, you don't just stand nicely in queue and wait in the nice line. It is a bit bustly and hustly. So having a list and having something that you've pre-thought about is a really good idea. So I've bought some titanium blades. Now, I get my titanium blades for my bigger rotary cutters, my 45mm rotary cutters, in packs of 50, I think, or it might even be 100, can't remember. But I find it really difficult to get the smaller ones in more than one. I mean, these are only 2, but so I got some of those. I always use the titanium ones. I do feel like they last a bit longer. Let me know what you use. And then while I was there, because they had these in packs of 5 in the little cases, I bought a pack of these because I will be taking these. They'll go in my Adam Sews caddy to take to the next Much Ado About Stitching session, because you know you always get to a sewing social and you suddenly realise that your rotary cutter is blunt and then everything you're trying to do doesn't work quite as well. So I will be popping that in there. And then the other thing that I bought was one of these vanishing markers, purple. I don't have a purple one. I have a few other colours, and I can kind of feel that they're not going to last much longer. So I've treated myself to a purple one because why not? So that's the kind of important kind of, you know, consumables, as I like to call them, the things that you run out of all the time. Another thing that I did buy was I treated myself to a few kind of frivolous things, and I just want to show you the packet. So this was a lovely lady, and she is Zooniverse, and she did all kinds of lovely jewellery, buttons, knitting, what do you call them, the things that you count your stitches on, can't remember, all of those kinds of things. Now, I met her last year when I was with Catherine, so over to Makery, and I really missed Catherine this year, so this is why I am wearing the necklace that we made, and she did have this bunting workshop on again on the Saturday. I didn't do that, but I just wanted to support her, and she recognised me and we had a lovely chat. So yeah, I wanted to support her. So I have bought some things in here, but they are for gifts. And I know for almost certainty that the people that they're for will probably be watching my vlog. So sorry folks, you'll have to wait for that one. When they've been gifted, I'll share them with you. So that's that. And then I had to go and support the absolutely gorgeous Ethel and Joan. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about that in a minute. But I bought these lovely buttons. These like shirt buttons, black and white. Wonder whether I'll use them. Probably will. And then the star of the show, in my opinion. So on Saturday, I wore my new Frida blouse, which I don't think I've shared with you yet, but I will do. And it has the gorgeous grey moon buttons that I bought last year at Stitch Festival. And so I bought the purple ones because, well, why indeed not? So yeah, as I said, I'm going to chat a little bit more about those lovely ladies in a bit. The other thing was labels. So it wouldn't be a Stitch Festival without going to see the lovely Victoria from Little Rosy Cheeks, and I did, and she gave me this lovely 2026 label, which is absolutely gorgeous. And then I also bought, these were on my list actually, because I knew what I wanted, the cherry on top labels. I've had my eye on these for a while, and I don't know why they've just not ended up in my basket, but you know, when in Rome. And then these ones, so these ones were bought for me originally. My lovely friend Rachel, the French Seams, who had a wonderful time with. She bought me those, and I've used them all up. In fact, no, actually that's not true. I think I've got one left. I think I might have one woohoo left. But I've found myself using them in lots of things. I think because they're a little bit sparkly, they go in lots of things. So I wanted to get myself another pack of those. And then these lovely, I made it one of a kind ones. I just love them. I just think they're gorgeous. So I got those. Sorry for keep turning my back to you, but I can only keep so many things in my hands. And then there's a couple of other things, but they were gifts. So I'm going to save those for in a little while. While I was there, I went to the Studio 77 stand, and I've got a little bit of footage that I can put in here. I used her Gumball machine. Gumball machine, I think that's the right word. So yeah, she had set that up this year. So you went to her, you bought a £2 token, and some of the tokens had stars on, so why not? I got myself my tokens. I bought 2, and then in the little balls, I've given the balls back, so I haven't got the little ball anymore. She wanted them back so she could refill them. You got a little label, a little zipper pull, and a sweetie. So I don't know which order these came in, but the little label, I've got this one, which I absolutely love. I've got some of these, made with love, not perfection, which I mean, gorgeous. And then, hello summer. And considering I've just been told it's going to snow at the end of this week, I think a little bit of hello summer in my clothes is going to be a nice thing. And then 2 really gorgeous zip pulls. This lovely frog one, which reminds me of the chocolate frog from Harry Potter, you know, when it splats on the train window. That's the vibe it gives me. And then one of these lovely brass ones, and if I'm totally honest with you, I use these all of the time, so that is definitely going to come in handy. And then I got a little opal fruit, the green one. I got the green opal fruit. Everyone is happy about that. And some love hearts. If you know, you know. Yeah. So that was really cool. And then patterns. I'm nearly on the fabric, folks. I didn't buy a lot of fabric, but I did buy some fabric. I'm nearly on the fabric, but let's do patterns first. So on the Thursday, I made an absolute beeline for the lovely Victoria, Little Rosy Cheeks, to buy her maze pattern. Oh, I'm so delighted I did. Yeah, so I've been waiting for her pattern. I've had no spoilers. I've not been a tester. I've not seen any pictures or anything like that. I just knew, because it was Victoria, that it was going to be a goodie. And even if it wasn't in my style, I knew it was going to be a good pattern to have. And I did initially think, oh, I don't know whether this is my style, but the more and more I've looked at it, I definitely know it is. I am going to do a much more in-depth video all about this pattern and my plans to make it. And I have got fabric to do that. And let me just tell you, you're going to love it. It's bonkers in the most sparkly way. And yeah, so I really enjoyed getting that. And then I nipped to Maison Fauve. I was a little confused when they popped a little fabric sample into my bag and sprayed it with some smelly stuff. Don't know what that's all about, but it still smells delicious. So thank you very much for that. Yeah. And I can have a little peruse of some of their fabrics. But what I went for is they had a selection, I want to say 5 patterns. It might have been 4, but I think it was 5 new patterns. And I mean, historically, when the Maison Fauve patterns come out, I tend to look at them and think, oh, they're very nice, but I'm not really drawn to them. I'm not like, oh, I must buy those right now, like some other pattern companies. But I really love the vibes of these ones. And I bought 2. I probably could have bought 4, but I was thinking, no, hold your horses, Sam. Maybe just buy 2 for now, and maybe buy the other ones when you've had, they're not going to go anywhere, are they? Quite frankly. So I bought this one, which is the almost shirt. I love the fact that it's called the almost shirt. It's a shirt almost, which means, I mean, tell me what you think, folks. If it's the almost shirt, is it also almost a blouse? Wink, wink. I think it might be. So more plans to come on that one. And then this one, which is my absolute fave of the whole show, as far as I'm concerned, the Misfit jacket. It's called the Misfit jacket. I love the name. There is the line drawings. I have a ready-to-wear jacket in my wardrobe that I've had for quite a few years. And as soon as I saw it, I was like, oh, wouldn't it be great to own one of those? So that went straight in my basket. And again, more plans to come on that one soon. As I said, on Sunday we nipped to Raised Stitch, which was absolutely wonderful, and I got a little haul from them. Now, I bought a pattern from Raised Stitch. I will pop a picture of it up here. I've started working on it, and I've popped it upstairs and I've taken it out of the packet, so it's not very pretty anymore. It is the Wardrobe by Me half zip top, and I have bought that because I want to make that for some boys in my life. It is a ladies pattern, but I think it will work brilliantly for what I want it for. And so yeah, so I popped and got that. I also bought 2 metal open-ended zips, one black, one white, because these are really handy to have in your stash and actually quite difficult to get hold of. Yeah, when I've had to get these before, I've had to do some proper hunting and searching. So I thought, right, well, now I've got a black one and a white one ready in my stash, so that would actually come in quite handy. You don't want things stopping you from sewing, do you? That is not what you want as a sewist. And then a little bit of fabric that I got from Raised Stitch was this. And I have got this for a plan that I have in mind. I just love it. I love the colours. I love the stripes. As you can see, it is a little wrinkled because it has been washed. So I've overlocked it, I've washed it, it is ready to go. So that is going to be cut out really soon. And I know I have forgotten to show you the fabrics that I got in the Stitch Festival. So while we're on fabrics, I will do that now. The first one was from Stitch, Rosenberg and Son. I kept that on top so I wouldn't forget where it came from. Now, I think I'm going to probably put a video over this to show you, because the video shows the fabric really nicely. Yeah, it's an absolutely gorgeous fabric, and it basically had me written all over it. And there you go. So it's one of those fabrics that you need to look at for quite a long time, because it's got a lot going on. So there's astronauts, there's rockets, there's a little delicate floral area, there's stars, there's galaxies, there's planets, there's moons, there's I mean, you want it, it's spacey, you got it. I literally just had to have it. It was, yeah, I mean, come on. This has also been washed. It's been overlocked, it's been washed. It dried on the line yesterday, which made me immensely happy. And I have bought, did I buy 4 meters or 5 meters? I bought 5 meters, I think. And it is destined to be another magnolia dress, because why not? I think that's going to be the most glorious magnolia in the whole of Magnolia world. So really looking forward to making that one up. And then the last fabric, I ummed and ahed on this one a lot because it was a bit of a considered purchase. It was quite expensive. It was £35 a metre. So, you know, not a small amount of money for a fabric, but it was from System and Tarka. I absolutely adore her fabrics. I think they're wonderful. I've been looking at this for a long time. I looked at it on Thursday, I looked at it again on Friday, and then on Saturday I went, oh, just do it, Sam. So I did. And there you have it. And now you know why, don't you? You just know why. It's the right amount of sparkle. It's quilted. It's soft as anything. It's got this gorgeous double gauze backing. Yeah. Now, because it was quite expensive, I've only bought half a metre, and I have the plans for this I will share in another video. I'm not going to do any plans with my videos, because otherwise this video is going to be super long, and yeah, so, but I have got plans for it. I've got good plans for that one. So yeah, so there's my purchases from the Stitch Festival and from Ray Stitch. But honestly, my main swag from the whole weekend was a heart full of love and a cup full of joy. From all of the people that I met, the ones that I waved at, the ones that I hugged, the chats that we had, the ones that I kind of scooped out of a crowd to save them from, you know, Stitch Festival anxiety, from the people that I giggled with, from the people that I ate breakfast with, from the people that I drank champagne with, Prosecco, not champagne, how bougie is that? From the people that I scoffed cocktails and pizza, from the people that I stroked fabric next to, from the people that oohed and ahed with me at labels and buttons, from the people that stroked my outfits and I stroked theirs. It was just magical. So yeah, so if you were one of those people, thank you. Please come again next year. Let's do it again. So I've also come home full of inspiration. So I am so inspired. I've already made lots of plans, including some collaborations. Wink, wink. I can't wink. I don't know why I try winking. With some of the things that I've picked up. So don't forget to watch this space, folks, because that will be really exciting. But there are I don't want to mention kind of names and things and everybody, because if I miss someone out, that will make me extraordinarily sad. However, there are a couple of shout outs that I would like to do. So the first shout out is to my lovely friends Victoria and Jen. So Victoria's from Little Rosy Cheeks and Jen is Jen Hogg from Generates. I want to give a huge congratulations to Victoria for her brand new pattern. I absolutely cannot wait to make it, and I just want to thank those two ladies for a most wonderful evening. I thought I was going to be alone on the Thursday evening, and thanks to Victoria and Jen and some other lovely ladies, and also the lovely Helen from Stitch Rip Repeat, who I have kind of met a few times, but we've not had proper kind of time to catch up and get to know each other. And yeah, I just want to say to them a massive thank you and a sincere apology from the bottom of my heart for perhaps giving you a little bit of a hangover on the Friday morning. So sorry about that, had to pause the video, so I decided to make myself a cup of tea. We have a window cleaner outside. They're not cleaning my windows, they're cleaning next door, but they have some rather loud reggae music, and I was worried it was going to pick up on the sound. So there we go, this is real life, folks. So the other person I really want to mention, the other team I really want to mention are the girls at Ethel and Joan. Honestly, women supporting women is, to me, is a joy to behold. It's something that we should never take for granted, and that if we can join in, we really should. So yeah, I just want to do a little shout out to Louise and say, you go girl, you've got this, everything's going to be okay. And yeah, and it was just lovely. They made me feel really welcome when I went there. I was determined that I wanted to support them, and their stand looked gorgeous and it was just really lovely. So yeah, if you need any buttons or any knitting notions, then don't forget to go and check the lovely Ethel and Joan out. And I mean, who doesn't love buttons? So yes, so a few other people. I have my notebook here. So apologies if I have been looking down, but it's really important to me that I'm going to miss somebody out, because obviously, but you know, that I don't miss things out that I really want to say. So the next group of people that I'd really want to thank and tell you a little bit about my weekend is my bee family. Now, I know I've never been a contestant on the Sewing Bee, but those of you that have watched me for a while know that I'm a little bit Sewing Bee obsessed. I do a annual kind of bee synopsis when the show comes out, and I do a lot of research and a lot of hard work goes into it. So by the end of it, I feel like I know each and every one of them. And a lot of them have been kind enough to send me messages, and a few of them even kinder to kind of throw me an arm of friendship. And I feel like some of them are really my friends. And yeah, so I managed to bump into my gorgeous friend Luke. They were a very busy bunny this weekend, so we didn't get quite as much time as we normally would love to have together, but it was lovely to see Luke, and yeah, I am so proud of them. If you haven't watched Luke's wonderful new series of Sewing for Strangers, go and check it out. It's genius. And I'm just going to tell you again, Luke, Sewing for Besties season 2, maybe. Yeah, so it was absolutely delightful to bump into them, and I have got a few pics to show you. And then when Luke came to our table and was chatting, they asked, oh, is there anyone that's kind of, you know, would like to do a little kind of chatty to camera, a little interview for like for the Stitch Press? And it was like radio silence. So I was like, I'll do it. So I did that as well at the show, which was quite a bit out of my comfort zone. But I loved it. I really loved it. I really enjoyed it. I mean, this is what I do, isn't it? So I can talk to people. But it was a really lovely opportunity because I got the opportunity to talk about the community, the sewing community, the sewing love that goes on. And yeah, and I really hope that comes across. So if you do see that, please don't forget to tag me in it. And I hope it comes across how much I love you guys and how much the sewing community means to me. And of course, when I talk about my bee family, I don't just mean the lovely Luke. It was great to see my lovely friend Kaz. We definitely didn't have enough time to catch up, but that's okay because we'll have plenty of options to do that, and I know that I'm going to go and see her really soon. The lovely Dan, who is the light and soul of every party. He did really well with Luke and Tony in the transformation challenge at the show, and I would urge you, when you do go to it, have a look at what shows are coming up at the Stitch Festival, because if nothing else, they give you a little sit down for 45 minutes, which I found very grateful, so thanks for that. And then I also caught up with the lovely Lizzie, the lover of Lala trousers, and lots of others as well, Gainer, I just want to say a big shout out thank you to my lovely bee family. And then I was kind of very distracted and I got called over and it was like, who is this? And I was like, I don't know, because there's someone that I absolutely adore, but I didn't actually know what they looked like, because I never really look at their face. I just look at their labels. Have I given it away? So it's the lovely Rachel from the Closey Club Handmade. And now I'm delighted to tell you that I know what she looks like, and she's absolutely adorable. And I'll put some pictures up here. And I was lucky enough that she gave me a little packet of her new labels. So I've got some new ones and some oldies but goodies in there. And and it was really, really lovely to bump into her, and that was really, really delightful. And then I'm nearly at the end. I've got two more groups of people. Well, I've got one group of people and one individual, and then I'm done. So yeah, stick with me, folks. It's worth it. The pictures at the end are hilarious. And so the next group of people are the lovely, the wonderful, the glorious and glamorous Northern Soul Sisters. So as some of you will know, if you watch my channel regularly, I've got a fantastic relationship with the lovely Tamlin, who is Sewn on the Tyne, and over the last year or so we've got really close. We've kind of met up separately. I adore that woman. I just adore her. And and I just want to say thank you to all of the ladies, to Rowan, to Rachel and to Tamlin, because I know that their time that they get to spend together is brief and valuable, and the fact that they just kind of hugged me in, and we spent some lovely time together, and I really feel that actually Rowan and Rachel are just so lovely, and I loved spending time with them. It was just, they get me. They get my silly banter. They get my silly giggles. They get the fact that I'm excited by everything, and they love it. And life's too short to spend it around people that don't get you. So, thanks, ladies. It was a real treat. And I can't wait to maybe work with you, collaborate with you, do something fun very, very soon. So so that was lovely. Thank you. And then lastly, but definitely by no means leastly, an absolutely ginormous shout out to the Glamazon herself, which is Rachel, the French Seams. So I did feel a little bit sad because I got to spend 2 wonderful days with the lovely Rachel French Seams, and our lovely friend Catherine Soverton Makery wasn't there. But Rachel, she is just so delightful, and she was just brilliant. She's just such a good friend and a good companion, and also she's very tall, so she's good at spotting people. She comes in very handy, But no, in all things seriously, yeah, it was really lovely. It was a really lovely day, and I just want to thank her for everything, really. Just for being you, Rachel. Just carry on being you, because you are the best. So yeah, so that's really about it. So this weekend was such a beautiful reminder that sewing isn't just about what we make. It's about people, connection, and community. And I, for one, I'm ready. I can't wait to do it all again next year. So hopefully I'll see you next year, March 26th at the Stitch Festival. So again, if you did see me this time, or if you decided that actually you weren't quite brave enough to tap me on the shoulder or run up and give me a hug, don't forget, I'm up for it. It's absolutely lovely, and I'd love to see you next year at Stitch Festival. Don't forget to sparkle, keep it sparkly. Until next time, bye for now.